Chat, I feel like I'm becoming an old man. That I'm looking at what the new generation is doing and I'm thinking very critically of it. I don't really approve. Let me give you one example. We're going to watch a 30-second clip together, which got more than 10 million views, and then we're going to comment on it.
What the hell? You think I wasn't gonna find out, honestly? About a dude in the house last night, Sierra?
Matt, stop! That's Sierra's TV!
Yeah, not anymore. She won't be watching
What are
TV
you
for a while.
doing?
Dumbass.
Matt! What are you...
Now, the video in itself isn't the problem. It's how people are reacting to the video that is completely baffling me. So I want you to put the video out of your mind for now and just think about how the millions of people that are in the comment sections are reacting to this. The first thing is that very few people are even wondering if it's real or not. I suppose if it's on the internet, it's like gospel for many people. It's not like we have influencers that make money off of clout. It's not like there aren't people out there that are fully aware that if they get a lot of clicks on the video, they're going to profit. So they're doing their best in order to make videos that will get people to talk about. And this is particularly one of those situations. So the question is the video real or not? Now, obviously, we don't know. I personally don't even care because I'm not even interested in the video. I'm interested in how people are reacting to it. And the fact that people do not question the authenticity makes me shudder that the same people get to vote. Because more often than not, you have people that have a specific worldview or a specific way of thinking, which is in part made due to these types of internet videos. Like they're watching internet videos, they're getting outraged, and then their opinions and mindset gets influenced when the video itself could have been fake. So people just have absolutely no more skepticism. If it's on the internet, it's gotta be gospel. The second thing is, you notice all these videos, and obviously some of them have to be real, but it's family drama, personal stuff, private issues that are being aired into the public. And we didn't used to have that in the past, right? So we assume that the people we interact with are somewhat sane. But the reality is, and let's be honest with ourselves, every single family, every single household, every single relationships has certain moments where there are fights, where a person acts in an unreasonable manner. But if you take literally that frame, if you take just that part, you make the person seem like he's the biggest asshole, the biggest douchebag on earth. And that is what I notice when people are analyzing these videos. Like, they do not think that, okay, well, this is just a moment taken in time from the life of the family. Like, you do not know what happened before this. Maybe indeed the father is incredibly abusive and now he actually tones it down by just taking it out on the television. Or maybe he's the kindest dad in the world and he had numerous talks about getting boys in the house. And she just refused to listen, and this is him at the edge of his patience. We don't know, but like, you see all these armchair experts analyzing like the most private moments of someone's life, which is in their household, educating their children. Whether he's doing a good job or not, I guess this is up for the million people to debate and scream and shout at each other. Because this is another thing, right? Like, this is a family that I don't know, I will never interact with. I have no clue who they are or from which part of the world they're at. But when I look at the comment section, there are people so passionate about this. And they are arguing with each other. And they would probably even use slurs if the social media would allow them. If Elon Musk would allow them to use slurs, they would use slurs at each other. Because apparently this is the most important stuff that has happened during their day. And if you have the different opinion, if you think, you know what, maybe this guy is doing the correct thing, or other people are, no, he's doing... And now they're at each other, they're fighting with each other over the internet. Like it's the primordial problem to solve. And they're dissecting this frame by frame, and they're analyzing, and every little thing that's happening is up for debate. Of course, some of them are wrong. They're like, oh, if he would have had the son bringing a girl over, I'm sure he wouldn't act like this. And it's like, yeah, he wouldn't, because the son doesn't get pregnant, dumbass. one of the reasons that fathers act like this when it's a daughter and not a son is due to the fact that the father is actually feeding the daughter. Like he actually goes to work, he toils, he slaves at the corporation in the wage cage so that he makes money. And unless the girl has a job of her own, then he has to feed her as well, which is fine. But the problem happens if she gets pregnant with another douchebag that doesn't really care about her and then leaves her a single mom at a young age. Who's going to pay for that? Oh, that's right, it's also the father. Oh, so unreasonable for him to be concerned whether or not the daughter gets pregnant. I mean, if she had her own job, then she could just move out and then she can do literally whatever she wants, right? Now, again, I don't know what's happening in their family. I do not know the relationship between them. Maybe he's unreasonable, maybe he isn't. I don't know how old the daughter is. Again, none of these things are known. But for the sake of like weighing in on the issue and seeing the million people that are upset about it, well, I gave you my 2 cents. And then there's people that are like, oh my god, the television. Oh, like you don't do the television. It's like, has the television become this sacred thing? Is it like a sacred tool? I mean, he bought it. It's his good. If he wants to destroy it, that's fine. I noticed that the most people concerned about the television have various leftist paraphernalia in their bio. And literally the same people during the 2020 riots didn't care about private property. Almost at all. In fact, they didn't care during the pandemic. Almost at all about private property. All of a sudden, they're hyper concerned about private property. But anyway, my point is that this is a family dispute. A private family dispute. And yet now everyone on the internet is weighing in and they're on an armchair talking about how someone should deal with the situation in the most absolute calm and collected manner. And my question is like, have you never freaked out about something? Now I don't know, like when you're a dad and you're seeing that your daughter is bringing boys in the house. I mean, if that's not a reason to at least freak out on some level, I don't know what is. Like maybe you are the guru monk that discovered the lotus flower and is sniffing it on top of the mountain, and you're able to have some level of collectiveness and calm that other human beings aren't capable of performing. But like there are times in most people's life, like most normal people, every now and then they freak out, right? And when someone freaks out, they do make irrational decisions. But on the internet, those irrational decisions never happen. And if they happen, completely unacceptable, under any circumstance, under any situation, no compassion, no empathy, no nothing. And this is what I find amusing. But the thing that I find the most amusing is that the guy is going around with his television and he is followed by what appears to be his son, I guess, like filming him to upload it on social media or to show to his friends. Like this is the absolute state of the internet. And you don't see it in this video in particular. Like you see it in a lot of videos. You know, someone gets injured, someone gets in a fight, someone does something, and there's like an army of cell phones directed at the person. Because people are more concerned with gossip than they are concerned with what's happening there. Like, instead of helping someone that's getting into an accident or is drowning or something, everyone just whoops up their smartphones and starts filming. And to be honest, that's understandable if you can't really help, like the crime is happening on the street and you're at the 5th floor, so now you're filming it in order for the police to have evidence. Or if you actually can't help, like there's the stabbing going on and you're like, well, if I go in there, I may get stabbed as well. I don't have the courage, but I'll film it for evidence. You know, like something like that, I get it. But like there are cases where the people could literally help, but they're just sitting there with their smartphone. And I guess like this is the thing that bothers me about the new generation is the era of the smartphone where nothing can happen without people just whooping out their smartphones as if they're weapons, directing at the person. And you know it's going to be their turn at some point. Like at some point they are going to do something that's socially unacceptable and other people will be filming them. The hyperanalyzation of everything, like even a small family dispute that's happening, like has to be dissected frame by frame. Moral judgment has to be cast on the individual. Especially when the person casting the moral judgment doesn't have kids, but they're judging someone else on how to educate their kids. It's like, look, if you actually have a child who has grown up and you managed to provide an accurate education, kept him away from prison, kept him away from drugs, kept him away from joining a gang, or even worse, an American liberal university, you kept him away from all of that, and now they're having their own place. Okay, well then you can call yourself a successful parent, and you can actually try and give an advice to other parents and the problems that they deal with. But no, that's not what we're seeing. What we're seeing is people who are ideologically possessed, don't have any kids, and they're like, oh, well, if it was the father of a son, they would have acted differently. I mean, yeah, do you not understand human nature and the social economics of the countries that we live in? It's like, yeah, if it was a son, the son doesn't get pregnant. The father doesn't then have to work extra hard to provide for another child. Right? I mean, but no, apparently that's out of the question. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.